Are you a real fitness professional that is struggling with understanding who you should be marketing to in the online training space? You've probably been told that you need to find a dream client, but you're just struggling with how to do it. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to find your dream clients. What's up, guys? Sean Garner here from EntreFit Coaching, where we are all about helping real fitness professionals to create, market, and scale their online training business. Now, if you followed me for a while, or honestly listen to anybody whenever they talk about standing out online, you have to identify a dream client, a VIP client, your avatar, your target market, your niche. You've heard all of these things, and it sounds good. You probably understand the concept. Why? Because if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll end up attracting no one. But now what do you do? Well, in this video, guys, I want to show you exactly how I walk my clients through determining their dream client. So the very first thing that we do whenever we are starting to work on the process is I like to start with the end and then kind of work backwards. So the very first step to doing this is let's eliminate all of the things that we don't want to work with. So whenever we're coming up with trying to identify this dream client who we love, they love us and they pay us what we're worth, let's make it easy. Let's take off all the things that we don't want to work at. So whenever we are doing this process, I want you guys to kind of scrap some of the other things that you've probably heard about. Well, I need to think about like what age range they are, what city, their income, what they like, what their dislikes, what their goals. We're going to get to that. But the very first thing I want you to start with is the character. I want you to think about the character of the type of people or persons that you want to work with. So whenever we're focusing on a character, let's think about all the things, again, that you don't like. What are the kind of people that drive you insane? Whenever you work with this type of client, you hate the session. You hate it when they show up to your group fitness class. You know, maybe they're energy vampires. Maybe they want to always do their own thing. Maybe they don't like they're not easily coachable. Maybe they're a really strong personality and that's not really your vibe. You know, maybe they're extremely lackadaisical and they don't take you serious. And as you being a type A person, that drives you insane. Make a list of all the character traits that you do not want to work with. Because then that will kind of eliminate some of the things that you don't want to do. So it's a little bit easier to just focus on the things that you do want. So that's step one, is write down all of the character traits of the types of people you don't want to work with. Okay. Then the next step I want you to do is write down all the types of things that you do like. So to kind of help you guys get this process started, think about your favorite clients right now. Like, who are the clients? There's two questions to ask yourself whenever you're working through this. Who are the clients, the type of clients, or the individuals that you work with that whenever they show up to the sessions, they show up to your class, you work with them, you are full of energy. You are pumped up. You can't wait. Like, you wish you could train that person all day long because they just fill you full of life and energy. Once you have that person in your mind, what I want you to do is then start writing down not their demographics, but their character. What makes them so attractable to you? What do you like about them? Is it just, man, they're always so happy. They're always positive. Like, no matter what I say, they're always able to see, the outcome. Maybe it's how driven they are, and that no matter what, they find a way to get it done. Maybe it's that they are more laid back, right? And that they know that fitness is just a part of their life, and it is not all of their life. So whatever those character traits are that make you love that person, write those down as the type of character that you like to work with and that you want to work with your online business. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on our character, and we're going to think about the character of the person that we want to work with for our dream client. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our target market. So there's a few terms that I think sometimes get interchanged too much, and people get confused by this. So something like your target market or your niche, those often get interchanged with each other, but they're not the same thing. Your target market is the group of people that you are called to serve. And I say called to serve because I don't think that you should just pick something. I think that everybody has a higher calling and a higher purpose for their life. And if you're in the fitness industry, you're in the service industry, and we are called to serve. So whenever we're coming up with those characters for our dream clients, we also then want to start identifying the target market that has those characteristic traits that we are called to serve. So that's your target market. Your niche, however, is the service that you specialize in offering your target market. So the target market is the group of people you serve, those demographics that most people think about when they talk about their dream clients. And then the niche is the specialty that you provide those target clients. So let's keep breaking this process and system down for you guys. So first, we identify the character traits we don't want to work with. Second, we identify the character traits we do want to work with. Third, we're going to start to identify that target client. So whenever we are identifying the character traits, we thought about the types of the character traits of the types of clients that were our favorite clients. Whenever we're coming up with our target market, this is where I see a lot of fitness professionals freeze up and stop because they're like, well, I have the skills to help all of these all of these different types of clients. So I should be able to help everybody. Yes, having the skill set to be able to service a wide variety of clients is important for your craft of fitness. But for marketing your product, if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll end up attracting no one. I want you guys to understand that. If you think about the people that are really popular online and that are just crushing it and making millions of dollars, it's because they're known for a specialty. If you're going to somebody, I'm thinking about you personally, do you want to go to a specialist or a generalist, right? You want to go to the person that's really, really awesome at this one thing. So after you've identified the character traits that you want to work with, think about then on your clients, what are the types of clients that you get amazing results with? You know that whenever they come to you, you secretly get pumped up inside. You're like, yes, this is who I crush it with. You know, maybe it's, for me, it was middle-aged men that were looking to drop their dad bod, their beer belly. You know, maybe yours is, man, if somebody comes to me with some type of a movement pattern imbalance, like, man, I crush it with them because I can identify that stuff. I am the expert at that. Maybe it's you're really, really well with connecting with, young millennial women that are struggling with body issues and some type of identity issues and stuff like that. And you just crush it and you connect with those. Like whatever that type of client is, that's who I want you to start to focus on and craft your target client around. Now, a few disclaimers that I'll say about this is the very first time you do this, you might get it wrong, but that's okay. You at least need to have a general direction that you're walking towards whenever you're identifying and crafting this target client. How I explain it to people is kind of sharing my own personal story. Whenever I started going in the online space, I was a strength conditioning coach. I owned a strength conditioning sports performance gym. So I thought, well, I'm going to be the online athlete guy. Well, so I started putting all this content out online, ended up attracting 0 athletes that wanted to coach with me online. However, I did start attracting former athletes that wanted to coach with me online. I was like, okay, well, let's start walking towards that direction, right? We were going after all athletes. Now we're going after former athletes. Okay, so then I started creating, and my target market was former athletes. Then it got a little bit more specific. It was men that were former athletes. Okay, so I'm going after men, former athletes, okay? Then the next step was, wow, all of these guys are dads. Okay, so now it's dad former athletes, and that was my target market. Then I found out a little bit more as I started paying attention to the type of people that would come to me. It was men, former athletes that were about 35 to 45 years old that were business owners or high level in their company, like managers, CEOs, C-level type people, and it got even more. Then came a little bit more. They also had a former injury and they had equipment at home and they wanted to be able to work at home, so they weren't spending even more time away from their family because they were working so much. So by the end of Project Dad Bod, I knew exactly who I was going after. I knew exactly what their pain points were, the language that they spoke, the things that they were looking for. But I didn't start out like that at all. I had a broad way I was going, and then as I started going through, I started fine-tuning the process. I feel like so many fitness professionals, they freeze up because they think they have to have the end part solved. You don't have to have all of this done, but you do need to know at least the direction that you want to head and be very, very quick to be tracking and observing things. So if you are way off, you can pivot and change your business. And it makes it really, really easy if you've identified the character traits, the types of people that you want to work with. Then you can start looking at target market that you want to serve. So we've identified our characters we want to work with, right? The second thing is we've identified and started to have a general direction for our target market that we want to go after. And then the third thing I want to talk to you guys about and share is your niche. So after you've identified the first two things, your niche is actually the service that you're going to provide that target market within that that has those character traits that you're looking for. So your niche can look like a lot of different things, right? So those same two things can apply to accountants, doctors, lawyers, mechanics, restaurants, physicians, all that stuff. But for you guys as fitness professionals, you need to now narrow down your niche within those character traits and that target market. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be, man, I provide, my niche is follow along with workouts for people, 3 to 5 days a week. Maybe your niche is, man, I write custom programming for people to do at their home gym. Maybe your niche is, man, I do custom meal plans for people. I do macro tracking. Like, your niche can look like a lot of different things. And this is where you really get to shine as a fitness professional. So a lot of trainers struggle with identifying their target market because they want to appeal to everyone. This is where you really get to stand out and be an expert at something. So think about those clients that you love working with, the clients that you get incredible results with. And as you combine those two things, you also have the third thing, which is, man, what do I really love doing in fitness? Like me, for example, when it came to Project Dad Bod, I did not like doing the nutrition side. I was really, really good at programming, getting them to get great results with their fitness, with the minimal, crazy equipment. We had come up with some very creative ways to use some of their at-home equipment or at-home tools that they had to turn into fitness equipment. But the nutrition side wasn't something I really liked to do. So that I partnered with, I had an affiliate program with another nutritionist, but that's a separate topic. But my niche was I was able to provide really, really great workouts that were 30 minutes or less with minimal to no equipment to busy dads that were C-level executives or business owners that wanted to do a joint-friendly program because they were former athletes and they had an injury. That was my niche. It was really, really locked down and laser focused, but it didn't start out that way. And how I came to that was I knew the types of people that I wanted to work with. I knew the target market I wanted to serve. And then within that, I came up with my niche and I was the expert at that thing that I delivered for them. So guys, I hope this video added value to you guys and helped you to start to identify the types of dream clients that you should be working with online. Once you guys do this, this is where then the fun really, really gets to start. And that's whenever you really start growing an online fitness business. But maybe you guys are just getting started in this and you're looking for some help. I would love the opportunity to speak with you and connect. Guys, visit my website. It's EntreFitCoaching.com. We specialize, just like we talked about our niche for the fitness, what our niche is and what we specialize is helping real fitness professionals, not the influencer wannabes, the real fitness professionals to create, market, and then scale their online fitness business. So if you guys would love help with that, man, we'd love the opportunity to speak with you and walk you through a free 60-minute blueprint strategy call. This is not one of those like, oh, sure, you're going to get me on a sales call. No. We're going to blow your mind with value. We're going to show you exactly the 5-step framework that we use to get incredible results for real fitness professionals to crush it with their online business. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk soon.